Hello, Frisco, hello. Hello, Frisco, hello.
When people think about Intel, they're not really thinking about a software company. How does that come?
Well, if you look at it, our architecture is renowned. There's no confusion on what Intel's really delivering, which is hardware platforms. However, I think there's tremendous move in the ecosystem as well as at Intel to take advantage of what's happening in the ecosystem, and software is a critical element of it. And Intel has recognized the importance, and always have really, the importance of working in software. It's just that it's becoming more and more critical, and so Intel's participation in software is increasing over the years. So we've always looked at software as important, but as you see going forward, we're working very much closer to the ecosystem and delivering more capabilities in software.
And what do you think are the most important segments of the software ecosystem right now for Intel?
Well, we've always, in our participation since the 80s in software, we've looked at elements within that are critical to expose the value of our Intel platforms. And so operating systems have always been very critical to exposing the value and taking advantage of capabilities we build into the platform. So operating systems have and will remain very, very important. Managed runtimes became very important when they came into the forefront, and we're moving up stack databases, applications, all sorts of capabilities in the ecosystem continues to broaden. And I think this is why you see more and more participation from Intel in software, because of the usages and capabilities have been growing and growing from all the way from servers down to these hand small set devices has been growing. And so Intel's participation has been growing to meet the needs of our end users, ensuring that all these solutions that are deployed take full advantage of architecture. So we focus on those elements that can take advantage of architecture and differentiate our platforms.
What role does open source play at Intel right now?
Open source has always played a pretty important role for Intel back in the early stages of Linux and the movement in the Linux open source effort. Intel participated in the early days, and we continue to participate. And really it's about addressing market demand. And there's been market demand for open source alternatives from servers down to the handset type devices.
What do you think is more important right now? Enhancing the Intel platform for other software companies, or providing the software itself, making the software itself right now?
Well, Intel's always has been built on horizontal scale. And so participating with others to help Intel scale is absolutely critical. This is why we have such a broad developer community and broad developer capabilities. Across over 200 countries, you saw 14 million developers and growing. We really believe that having an open platform that's horizontal in nature, addressing a broad set of needs, is how you scale our architecture. And so clearly we need the ecosystem to participate and work with us to make that happen. So that's very critical to Intel.
But nonetheless, Intel has made a lot of acquisitions in the last couple of years, and there are really big software companies in itself among that. For instance, McAfee.
Yeah, all these the big acquisitions, as you recognize, they are remaining independent subsidiaries so that they can continue to operate their business as they traditionally would have. Our goal is to ensure that we take our architecture and enhance it to support their future needs, and we work together to bring better solutions to the market. This has not changed what they deliver in their business model to deliver it across architecture capabilities, but Intel sees the need to ensure that we advance together from a hardware and software perspective to deliver better value to the marketplace.